Hi, I'm Andy and welcome to another edition of Find It, Dig It. So really excited today, 50 acres of blissful potential field. So there's two really good things going in my favour today. First of all, the weather. I don't know if you can see, but it's actually quite overcast. It's still like 30 degrees. And actually, I think we're due for a little bit of rain. In fact, I can just about, yeah, it's just started to rain. For once in my life, I don't mind. I've been waiting for weeks and weeks to get out in this massive period of drought that we've just had in the UK. It's just August, first week in August. It's been really hot and the ground has been incredibly tough. It's been like concrete. So there's been no, I've been not detecting, I've just been sitting around moping. But today is completely different. And in fact, yeah, it is raining. And for once in my life, I don't care. So this is going to be one of the nicest things today. It's not only because it's cooler, the ground's going to be really soft. So this has been cultivated, and this was this had a crop of oilseed rape, and you can see now the cultivator has done a really great job. There's still a few sort of little stalks sticking up, but that's not going to really be much of a problem. But you can see it's just almost like sand. It's great. So I think this is around about 50, 60 acres, and you can imagine it would take an army of us to actually detect this really thoroughly. So I'm not going to grid this today. I'm going to just sort of have a bit of a sort of wild day. But you can see these telephone cables here. I'm going to use those as a rough guide. So I'll sort of go under them, and then I'll use the posts as a guide to detect off, and almost like have my, create my own sort of grid in my head. The only thing to be noteful of is if you're detecting near the telephone wires or any sort of cables like that, just set your noise cancellation right. So just put that in the settings. In the X Terra Pro, just to get your noise cancellation, go to there, hold this button in, and you can see just because I'm under the cables, it's going to be worth just doing that, because there's going to be a lot of sort of electrostatic signals around here. It will drive the detector crazy. There you go, that's set. And it's raining. That's when you really know you've been missing detecting, when you're out in the rain. So let's get going and see what we can do. Nice and low around the 50s, which is what I kind of want to be looking for today, because the high chunks of aluminium have been anything kind of around the 70s. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at the 52s. Big lump of lead, destined for the bin. So this is quite a strong signal that's come up around about, it was about the 40s. Let's see if I can get that into focus. It's some kind of valve or something. And you see the top there, that spins round. Well, it's not very old, I haven't got a clue what it is. So this field is absolutely littered with bits of aluminium, and I think some of it is like canned. So at some point I think there's been some kind of dump here or something, but I'm getting a lot of these. So I'm trying to really focus in on the sound, not so much the VDI, to ignore these. So I'm sort of ignoring a lot now, sort of self-discriminating anything from around in the sort of 70s and 80s, trying to avoid these. probably one of the nicest signals I've had so far. Ground's really nice and soft here. In fact, there it is. Now that looks like a coin. Although, it's more likely to be a button. Let's see if we get that into focus. Oh, and just as I found that, it started to rain again. Never mind. So I definitely think that's a button. Maybe silver plated. Let's just give that a spray. Can't see anything. Can't see any detail on it. Can't see any pattern on it. It's definitely silver plated. Okay, tide has turned. We're back in. So peaceful out here. Such a nice area. This is just sort of a few miles east of Norwich. So this has come up suspiciously kind of around, let's see if I can get this in focus for you. Same kind of figure around those sort of 70s, but it's a nice booming signal. I quite like that. That doesn't suggest to me that's a piece of aluminium, but hey, I could be wrong. There's a lot around here. Oh. The fact that I've just put my hand through that and can't find it is a good thing. Ah, now I don't need to go much further than that. Let's make sure that's in focus. Can you see just there? Now that's a coin. That's definitely a coin. Can't see. I can just feel a milled edge there. You can just make out the date right at the bottom there. You see that? 1907. So most of that's silver. So we're on the silver, that's a good sign. Perseverance paid off. So yeah, it really has been a weird day. It's almost like such a big field and almost like crossing different sort of climates and time zones. I mean, I'm gonna head over to the middle of the field, sort of more over this kind of way over here, and get into that and see if there's anything a bit more interesting there. I've just got to get away from the cans. That's the main thing. If I find any more cans, I might dig a hole and bury myself in it. So because it was raining today, I've not bothered with my headphones. One of the things about the ML85s, I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that they're not waterproof, so put those away. I don't actually mind hearing it over the speaker. You get to hear all the ambient sounds, which I quite like. It's quite a strong signal, although it's quite on the signal, quite on the surface. Let's see if we can get these. Some of the cans and stuff that I was finding that I was telling you about, they've been right on the surface, so I've not even really needed to dig. I've just scattered the soil around. Let's see if we can find this. Do you know one thing I'm tempted to do? So if I keep detecting in shorts, I'm going to get a knee pad because my knee is red raw. That whizzing the pointer around, I can see it right there. So that's like another pesky piece of can. .84. So there's another one of those like really solid signals, but very high VDI. So if I have a kick around here, I'm probably gonna see it. There it is. So that's what I've been finding a lot of. I mean, it's slightly different, but it's still a pretty big lump of aluminium. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid those all day. Much lower on the VDI, but it's a nice sort of stable target, not very deep. So we'll see if we can find it like so. Yes. Now that's made my day. A day without metal detecting, a day without one of these is, yeah, it's almost like a false day. I'm just thinking, you know, it's been so long since I've been out that I'm just really pleased. It's just nice to be back out here again. Oh, I'm not finding anything really of mega interest, but yeah, I think when you have a break from your hobby, you start kind of really missing it, and I have been really missing it. So actually, I'm not worried about finding aluminium junk and ring balls. You know, just being out here is absolute bliss. I can think of loads of worse places to be. Anyway, there's a little target here. It's really high up. Let's just spin you around. Right on the surface. So it shouldn't be difficult to find. Oh, it completely disappeared there. Difficult doing this one-handed. There you go. Not sure what that is. Kind of conduction or... Oh, I see, yeah. It's the top of an aerosol can. So it's turning into can day here. I'm gonna head to the other side of the field, on the other side of the road, see if I can get away from the cans. There's a strip there which the farmer's just put in for me, just cultivated it. So let's give that a go, see if we can get a change of luck. Worth a go. There's a big strip here. Let's see if we can get away from the cans here and find something nice. First target on this new strip, saying it's about two centimeters down. See if I can do this one-handed. Ah, there it is. Now that looks like a coin, but very easily could be a button. Let's have a look. It certainly feels more like a button than a coin. I can't feel a shank there. I think that probably is a coin. Let's see if we can give that a clean. I'll just put you onto the mount. Pretty old. It's been pretty battered by the elements. There's certainly not many raised features on it. Don't know if you can see anything doing better than me there, actually. I think it's probably so far distressed. Actually nothing. There's just no details. Let's just try one more spray. These are really useful. Thank you to Deborah and Paul for that. No, just can't get any detail from it, and it's not got the shank in the middle, so I think it probably is a coin, but it's not milled. I can't feel the milled edge with my nail, so I think it's just going to be spray the camera. I think it's going to be one of those old unidentified objects. Well, that was an interesting day. It was like a day of two halves. Loads of scrap and then a few nice things. So yeah, I preferred the second half. Let's just have a little look, see what we managed to wrestle out of the ground in the end. I mean, look how much junk. This is probably about a third of it. Light bulb end, cans. Did I tell you that I was finding lots of cans? Yeah, and the highlight of the can expiration date, the ring pull. But yeah, literally so much of it. I mean, there's bits I've not even bothered getting out the bag. There were so many. But the highlights, I quite like that, whatever it was. But the highlights, without a doubt, were the sixpence. Now, I've had a look at that, and that's 1907. Let's see if we can get that in the light, and you'll be able to see the date too. Let's just get that around. I managed to find the date. Oh, the light's a bit odd. But yeah, hopefully you can make that out. And then a nice surprise is what I thought was the coin is where it started to dry. You can just make out a very faint image on there. So I'm wondering if that might be a jetin. So yeah, just one of those days. Sometimes it comes together, and other times you just got to put the hours in, you got to put the time in to make it happen. You give yourself any chance. But just being out here is just lush. And I think that's the thing about metal detecting, isn't it? If you're always hoping to get, well, we're always hoping to get nice things, but if that's always our number one focus, to come away with coins and jewelry, whatever, then, you know, it's easy to feel that sense of disappointment. I think you have to put that to one side and just say, look, we're just, you know, we're in a hobby where we're outside enjoying nature, and sometimes that has to be good enough. So I'll be heading out again soon. Tune in again. Thanks for watching.